Hi everyone, this is Dakota McLean, and here's your tip of the week. Hi everyone, as you saw by the title of the video, we're going to be talking about lag putting today. Lag putting is a strategic approach to long putting when your goal is not necessarily trying to make it in the hole, but trying to get it as close as possible so that way you're able to make it on your second shot. In this video, we're going to be giving you some tips and things to look at when you're on the putting green, so that way this will help you out in understanding how to putt and making those lag putts happen. First tip that we're going to talk about today is we're going to try and break up our putts into different stages. When you're looking at the putt as a whole from 30 feet away, it can get a little bit overwhelming. So I would recommend trying to break up your putts into 3 different stages. So let's just say it's 30 feet, it means breaking it up into 10 feet, 20 feet, and then the full 30 feet. So that way you're able to see what the ball is going to do at those specific time frames. When it's at 10 feet, what is the ball going to do? Also, when it's at 20 feet, you're also trying to figure out what it's going to do from that 20 feet to the 10 feet all the way into the hole. This is a good way for you to be able to break down your putt a little bit more, so that way you're able to see what it's doing on the green.
As you can see, I'm breaking up my putt into different sections so that way I could see what the ball's going to do from those different angles and different distances. It helps me understand so that way I'm able to get a feel of what the putt's going to do instead of looking at it as a whole. This will help you so that way when you're setting up for your final putt, it makes it easy so that way we're reducing how many 3 putts we get.
Next tip we're going to talk about is trying to make sure that we're starting on the correct line. A lot of times what we see is that people are putting to the hole because they're looking at the hole. What I recommend is that you find a spot that's about 2 feet in front of you, so that way you're able to putt over that spot rather than looking at the hole, because we generate our putts to the hole. So when you're looking at a spot that's a couple feet in front of you, that will ensure that your line is in the correct spot.
While I'm setting up for my putt, I'm trying to make sure that I find the spot that I would like to putt to. Next, I'm just putting a mark down so that way I'm able to pick up my ball and use the line on top of the ball to putt over the spot that I find 2 feet in front of me. This will help me so that way I'm able to putt in the correct line.
Last tip that we're going to talk about is the actual putting stroke itself. When you're making a putting stroke, you want to make sure that you have the correct tempo. If you're going too fast or if you're going too slow, it can throw off the tempo and it can throw off your speed overall.
With a long putt, it's very difficult to get the speed down. What I like to do is compare it to a grandfather clock, where the arm, it goes back and forth in the same tempo. It's not going super fast. As you can see, when I'm putting, I take my backswing slow and then I'm following through really fast. I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that my tempo is exactly the same as my backswing is for my follow through.
I hope this video has helped. Lag putting is already a difficult thing to do. So when you take the tips that I gave you by breaking up your putt, making sure you're staying over the line, and having the correct tempo, you should be just fine when you're out there on the putting green. And I cannot stress this enough, the only way that you can get better is to practice. There are multiple different kinds of putters out there that are unique to your swing. You have to be on the putting green to practice. Try out different speeds, try out different hand grips. That is something that you need to practice on your own to get better. I hope to see everyone next week.